Hey everyone, so for today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys 7 tips on how to stay safe while cases rise. Now, for those that know me, they know that the background is a little different. I am in my sister's room because 1, her background is way more pleasing than mine, and 2, her lighting is way more pleasing than mine. Now, I'm sorry if you see me looking over here a lot. It's because I have my laptop and all my notes are on here, all my links are on here, and everything I basically want to say is on here. So yeah, economy is open again, schools are opening again, campuses are being opened again in some places, not everywhere. I know in BC our campuses are still closed, and some universities are even closed even in January. So tip number 1, I feel like tip number 1 is the most heavily debated topic to this day since this pandemic, and I feel like it shouldn't even be a debate anymore, and that is wear a mask. Now, I just posted a video, I think last week, about how to wear a mask properly. Here in BC, in the Lower Mainland, TransLink just made masks mandatory on all buses, the C bus, and also the SkyTrain, as well as BC Ferries made it mandatory. If you're going to cross, you got to wear a mask. Now, ever since Monday, I know there have been quite a few protests all over the Lower Mainland regarding mandatory masks on transit. Honestly, just follow the rules. I am a Karen for this. I always am at people's butts about wearing a mask. I understand some masks are more comfortable than others. I personally always recommend a medical grade mask over a cloth mask. For me personally, I do have cloth masks, but I more so choose the medical grade masks just because they're a lot more breathable on me, and they're also a lot more lighter on my face than wearing a heavy black cloth mask. So yeah. Number 2, social distance. Now, I saw this TikTok on Instagram. I don't know why TikToks are on Instagram, but I saw this TikTok on Instagram saying somebody tested it out. You should be 47 timbits or donut holes away from the person in front of you. I like my personal space. I do not like people being in my space. So this rule is my favorite one. I don't want you a shopping cart near me. I don't want you 47 timbits away near me. So I like to social distance. My biggest pet peeve is people seeing the red dot and not standing on the red dot. Like, to me, I'm just like, there's literally a place where you stand and you just gotta stand there, bro. Number 3, always wash your hands. Now, I got a message from somebody and they were like, hey, it took a pandemic for people to wash their hands. That should not be the case. I am a germaphobe, to be honest. I am always constantly washing my hands at work. I am constantly pumping my hands with hand sanitizer that my skin is cracking at the end of my shift. Now, I know there was a big shortage of hand sanitizer, but I went to Shoppers. I've been going to Shoppers regular, and I've been checking. They have really been following up on the increase of demand. So shout out to Purell for, keeping my Shoppers Drug Mart stocked with alcohol. I know a sink, water, and soap is not always easy to come by, especially when you're going to be out all day. But for me and my family, we like to carry a small bottle of hand sanitizer. And on top of that, I do know hand sanitizer can get expensive. So one thing my parents did was they actually bought huge bulk ones of these, and each room has one. Because me and my sisters do this all the time. We use the hand sanitizer, we don't refill them. So this huge bottle in my sister's room is just a reminder that we need to refill our alcohol. Number 4. Now, tip number 4, people are going to be up my ass about, and I already know why, and it is stay home. If you can. If you cannot stay home, by all means, go out. But if it can wait, it can wait. I tell people this all the time since COVID started. Summer 2020 is canceled. It was canceled as soon as lockdown happened. That being said, I know it's hot. I know there has been such a big surge in people ages 20 to 29, especially in BC, and that is because y'all are partying too hard, too much, with too many people. I read an article that passed this past weekend. There had been like thousands of dollars in fines being given out because RCMP, the police in Victoria, VPD, have been raiding parties because there's way too many people partying. Honestly, it is way cheaper to drink at home with pizza and a small group of friends than getting a ticket for having too many people over. Number 5. I was saying earlier, summer 2020 is canceled. It doesn't have to be if you're smart. One thing I always advise people is go places that aren't too public. One of my friends and his girlfriend, well, they're both my friends. One thing they do is they go on picnics. They go to beaches that are not busy. They go to like hidden spots all over the Lower Mainland, and most of these spots are free. You just gotta go to a place where you know there's not gonna be a lot of people. Like some beaches in Tawasin are not busy. There's so many trails. You can just easily walk your dog in your neighborhood. There's parks all over Surrey. Like there are so many ways to enjoy summer, but at the same time, be smart about it. Tip number 6. Be aware of who you're in contact with. I always tell people this: keep your bubble small. If you want to go out with a person, always think at least 3 steps ahead. If you're going to go out with a person, keep in mind the people they have been in contact with for the past 14 days. One thing I'm also constantly thinking about is the fact that I work in one health authority and my mom works in another one. If either one of us gets exposed, the amount of contact tracing that both health authorities have to do is completely extensive. So many steps you have to think about before I can go out with my friends. I know people don't have this type of thinking, but it's always good, especially now, to think 3, 4, 5 steps ahead. 7. I always tell people this, especially during this time: stay educated, stay informed. Down below, I have linked WHO, the World Health Organizations. They have weekly updates on everything going on around the world about COVID. There's the BC CDC. If you live in BC, this is the site to go. Always constantly being updated, and and as well as in the States, I link down below CDC, Johns Hopkins University. So, there's always somewhere, something, a way for you to stay educated, stay informed of what's going on. And another thing, if you live in the Lower Mainland, we live in Vancouver Coastal Health and we live in the Fraser Health region. I have linked down below both health authorities because they're the ones, if there's an outbreak or if there's an exposure, they're the ones that release the information and they're the ones that contact you if you are ever exposed. Just follow what the website says. If you get an email saying you're exposed, listen to your health authority. They will tell you what to do and the following steps you need to take. And also, as an added bonus, if you live in Alberta, it's also linked down below. I live in Alberta 6 months of the year. I go to school in Alberta. I want my friends, my classmates, and also my coworkers to stay informed of whatever's going on. Those are 7 tips on how to stay safe. With that being said, I hope you guys stay safe, you guys wear your masks, you stay educated, and see you guys next time. Bye!